About 8, 9 seasons.
But the fish episode,
Yes, the
I
seven
gotta see
fishes.
that.
That's the best.
I'm telling you, I actually had to like double check that was Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, I knew it was,
That was her.
but I was like, is that, she's
And it was nice to
phenomenal.
me being Italian with the seven fishes. Not that I was ever that chaotic at my house, but just the whole thing, cooking, and it was just.
Holy moly. Yeah.
But I know, I said to my husband, that's Jamie Lee Curtis, and he's like, no, it's not her.
I know.
Yeah.
My husband kept saying it wasn't.
I mean, they really got a stellar cast, and Sarah Paulson,
I know.
she's a great actress, and then the Chef Terry, love her. I watched a series that she was in.
Oh, that's
It's a-
Olivia Colman.
Yes, she's phenomenal.
And the comedian, I can't remember his name.
Oh, Oliver Platt, is that who you're thinking of?
No, the other one, with an S.
There's Joel McHale, who's the bad.
Right. And then the one that was married to,
John Mulvaney.
well, yes, John Mulaney.
Oh, he's a comic?
Yes,
He's a comedian?
That's how he started out. He started out as a stand-up
Saturday Night
comic.
Live.
Oh, I didn't realize that's how he got
Until he went
started.
down.
He's a really good character.
He's really.
Oh,
good.
yeah. But it's a stellar cast. Anyway, yeah, so I was thinking, it's like, yeah, you know, I don't want to ever succumb to, some of the realities of our world that we live in such a trauma, stress-induced world, because we live in a beautiful world.
Yeah.
And so like, I never want to, just believe that, but I know that is the reality. And I think there's this one person that comes to classes at Love Yoga, and either she is on something really good that we should all maybe share it, but she swears that
Happy all the time?
Yes.
Yes, I have a
Like,
client.
really?
I have a client like that. I said, do you two have a dark side? Because every time I tell you, it's gonna cost you another $20,000, you say, thank God we have you. I'm like, who is that reaction? You tell them that all their brand new walls have to be opened out because of bureau plumbing is in the walls. And we have to dig up your floor and trench your brand new hardwood floor. Thank God we have you.
Oh.
Really?
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Still get a $250 gift certificate to Trulux every year for my birthday, even though the job's done.
Oh.
But keep them coming. Are you really that nice? And they're like, well, we just regular. No, you're not.
Wow. Wow.
So it could be out there, unless she's on the same thing, but I'd like to know what it is.
Yeah, so it's beautiful to share this space, with you all, and know that this practice has as much meaning to me and how I navigate life on a daily basis as I hope that it does for you. So, and this class, is really the what?
Definitely helps.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And this particular class is definitely intended to, get the blood flowing, work on maybe enhancing the concentration that we look toward in this practice. I love Sharon Gannon in her, she co-founder of Jivamukti Yoga. She says that the Sanskrit word asana is most commonly known as a name for the yogic practice of assuming various physical contortions, but it actually means seat. By taking a seat, you establish a connection to the earth. So asana, or the establishment of the seat, means the practice of connecting to the earth. So even when we're moving our body in these different contortions, always look to find where you're rooting down. So especially when we're moving a little faster in this flow class, to find those areas of connection. And if you find that there's a pose that I'm leading you into that you're not comfortable with, take child's pose or stand into asana. You don't have to, it's not a game of Simon Says.
Nancy
Simon
says.
says. So honoring your body, it is fun to push ourselves sometimes, but if you're not feeling it, then what is the point? So the ultimate, setting your intention for your practice, use that as a guide and honor it. One more line that she says, once you have established a seat, you're grounded and can begin to play with prana, the life force. The form of cosmic energy that moves a muscle is electrical. Electrical energy moves through nerves to the muscles, causing them to respond in a certain way. Your ability to articulate the muscles depends on your ability to control these electrical impulses inside the body. You could define life as the gradual transformation of energy into matter. The effortful practice of asana can prepare us for the final, graceful, effortless realization of samadhi, and samadhi translates to bliss or enlightenment. So whether it's just a flicker, a moment, or, if you're just still working toward it. So let's sit, taking Marilyn's cue there in asana and hero's pose. Stack a couple blocks under your seat in between the ankles. Let's start with a little breath work. Bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the low belly. And find a tall spine, draw the chest up toward the sky a little bit. And really feel your sits bones root you in this seat. So closing the eyes or softening the gaze, and take a few just rounds of your natural breath to feel this connection. With each exhale, feel your sits bones rooting down through the blocks, connecting with the earth. So observing your natural breath immediately turns your focus to the breath, hopefully pulling it away from random thoughts. So we'll start a square breathing technique where we inhale for 4, hold it at the top for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold it at the bottom for 4. So go ahead and empty your breath all the way out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and take 2 more rounds on your own. After you finish the round you're on, come back to your natural breath. And take a few moments to observe, to feel, to sense. Then bring your hands in front of your heart space, set an intention for your practice. So anything that comes into your mind, set it as an affirmation. Maybe inviting in how you ground, how you connect with the earth. Let's do one Om together to open the practice. Inhale, exhale it fully out. Keeping the eyes closed, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, bringing the palms together, draw them down to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, sweeping, circling the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more. Inhale, sweep them overhead. And draw that energy down to your heart center, and then flicker the eyes open. Take 1 more sweeping circle overhead, this time adding a twist to the right. Maybe bending the elbow behind you, looking to just deepen it a little bit with a bind in the back, looking over that shoulder. One more inhale. Open that side of the chest just a little bit more. Maybe turn the head just a little deeper. Next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Take that twist to the other side. And if it's comfortable to wrap that arm, left arm behind the back. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, lengthen on your inhale, draw the belly in. And then exhale, round as you bring the hands down toward the knees. And then inhale, lift them back up, press them up toward the sky, lengthen. And exhale, rounding, tuck chin to chest. 1 more time, inhale, lengthening them up. And exhale, release. And then inhale, arms overhead, take them out to the sides, flexing the hands, push through the palms to lengthen through the arms, draw the arms back a little bit. Feel that engagement of navel, your belly button drawing toward the spine. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, rock forward to tabletop, moving the blocks to the side or to the front of the mat. So you've got them in arm's reach if you want to modify. Tabletop, moving through some cow and cats. Inhale into cow. So rock that pelvis so the tailbone is tilting up toward the sky. And then exhale, rounding into cat pose. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. 1 more time, inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. And with that rounded spine, tuck your toes under. push your seat to your heels and then straighten the legs, growing yourself into downward facing dog, and add some movement here, pedaling out your feet. On your next inhale, rock forward to plank, coming to side plank, rolling onto the left hand, stacking the feet, right arm lifts, modify by placing the right foot in front of the left or dropping that left knee down. Breathe in. Breathe out that right hip, lifting up, engage in your core, strong abdomen. Inhale, really fill up that abdominal cavity. And exhale, lower down to plank pose, drop knees, lower chest and chin. Inhale, slide onto the belly. Inhale into a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And again, pedal it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rock forward to plank, side plank on the other side, rolling to the right hand, left arm reaches. Modify as you need to. That left foot either steps down or the right knee drops. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And exhale, lower back down to plank. Drop knees. Lower chest and chin. Inhale, slide onto the belly. Inhale, another baby cobra. And exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under. Push your seat to your heels, downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Look between your hands and walk your feet up to the front of the mat, lifting up to a flat back. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Feel rooting down through the feet. So come into your forward fold, putting more weight toward the front of your foot, toward the ball of your foot than the back. So in our forward fold, we don't want to move our sits bones toward the back of the room. We want the weight to go toward the balls of our feet. And if it's too much of a stretch on your hamstrings, use a block to modify. Bring the earth to you. We're trying to straighten the legs here to get a stretch for the hamstring muscles. Warming them up. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Float the arms out to the sides. Soften the knees. Lift the upper body. Straighten the legs, arms. Reach overhead. Draw that energy down to your heart center. Inhale. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, and step back to plank. Your choice here, either lowering modified chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. So your choice, if you're lowering to chaturanga, then try not to come all the way down. If you're coming all the way down, then come into cobra versus upward facing dog. And then we all meet in downward facing dog for 5 breaths. So moving through our Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. So we get to downward dog, we're here for 5 breaths. Feeling your life force here. The energy moving maybe from the hands up the back side of the body, feeling your space between your sits bones widen. The energy then moving down the legs. And then it comes up the legs. The sits bones lift and flare. Feel that spinal extension, the space between your ears and shoulders expanding. One more inhale. And exhale, look between your hands, either a light hop forward or walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up to a flat back and exhale into your forward fold. And then try and lift with a flat back, a reverse swan dive. Press into the feet. Inhale, circling the arms overhead. Hands to heart center, Tadasana. So the next sun salutation is the Jiva Mukti one. So you're gonna clasp your thumbs and then reach up, bend your knees and reach the arms overhead. And then on your exhale, dive forward, reach behind you, clasp your hands, and try and take the arms overhead as you straighten your legs into forward fold. And then inhale, place your hands down and step your right leg back for a low lunge. Exhale the breath out. Next, inhale, step your left leg back and come into downward facing dog. Exhale the breath out. Inhale, rock forward to plank. We're gonna drop knees, chest, and chin. We're gonna do chaturanga in a minute. So everybody do knees, chest, chin here. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels, lift up in a downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank again. This time, try and lower chaturanga or modified chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or if you've gone down to your belly, go into cobra. And then we come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Hug that knee into the chest as we step that left foot forward. Inhale the right foot forward to meet it. Clasp your thumbs. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, dive forward, clasping the hands behind you. Arms float overhead, forward fold. Inhale, we step the left leg back. Low lunge. And then exhale into downward facing dog, and we repeat it on this side. Inhale to plank. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes under. Push seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank again, and this is the option for chaturanga. Inhaling into upward facing dog or another cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Inhale, right leg up. Draw the knee into the chest, step that foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right. Clasp your thumbs. Inhale, sweep those arms up. A little arch of the upper back, hands to heart center, and find Tadasana. Feel that movement. Breathe in. Breathe out that fluidity of what's inside. One more breath in. And out. We're in Tadasana. The weight is moving more toward the heels. So keep that weight toward the heels as we bend the knees, lift the arms, finding our chair pose. So moving through our sun salutation B. So from chair, we dive forward to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step both feet back to plank, and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Full breath in. and out. Inhale, left leg up. Hug that knee into the chest and step it right behind that left hand. Lift up, warrior one, dropping that right heel down. Full breath in. And exhale, hands down to the mat, moving through a vinyasa. So plank pose, knees, lower body, modified chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. Exhale, moving into downward dog, either rolling over the feet if you're in upward dog, or seat to heels for downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Draw knee into the chest, step that foot down, kind of behind, angled from that right hand. Spiraling the left heel down, inhale, rise to warrior one. Full breath in. And then exhale, hands down to the mat, taking another vinyasa, or you can skip it and go right to downward dog. Moving with your breath. The inhale lifts you into cobra or upward dog. The exhale brings you into downward facing dog. And then downward dog for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Look between your hands, either a light hop forward or walk the feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair. Exhale, hands to heart center and Tadasana. Take a moment to close your eyes. Sense, feel, observe. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step your left leg back, find low lunge. Drop your left heel down, circle your arms around to bring you into warrior two. Hips are opening to the TV wall. Sinking into this right knee a little bit more, but not leaning forward. Try and keep those shoulders stacked with your hips. Inhale. And then exhale, extended side angle. So either dropping the elbow and forearm onto that thigh, or maybe taking that right hand down to the inside or outside of the right foot, or to a block. And then staying here so you can feel the long line of energy. One more inhale. And exhale, and then inhale back up to warrior two. Drop your left hand down, flip your right palm up, reach the right arm up to the sky, and then straighten that right leg. Lengthen this whole right side, pressing into the feet equally. Expanding and opening the rib cage. One more inhale. And exhale, and then take the hands to a T. Shift your left hip, reach those fingers to the mirrors, and then drop into triangle pose. So it doesn't matter how low you go here, it's more about extension and feeling steady. So trying to reach the left arm straight up to the sky. The palm facing the TV. Maybe try and bring the fingers energetically together. One more inhale. And exhale, and then inhale, lift up to warrior two. Bend in that right knee and then spiral the hands down, pivoting that back foot. And we're gonna come into lizard pose. So heel toe your right foot to the right edge of the mat. This might be where you stay. You can use blocks here under the hands to get more height. You can drop, option to drop the left knee down and keep the toes curled under or top of the foot to the mat. You might opt to lower to elbows and forearms, but try not to compromise the chest. Just like a lizard, how it puffs the chest. Try and maintain that. Exploring all the sensations here for the hips, deep opening, deep opportunity for release here. So if you're gripping, if you're really clenching that area, resisting the stretch, the openness, try and just loosen that grip just a little bit. And let the hips melt down. One more breath in. And out, start to rise back up. Tuck those left toes under, and we're gonna push off that back foot, bring it to meet the other for Malasana, Yogi Squat. And use blocks to modify under the seat. Shift it back just a little bit right there. Try and find where your crown of the head is reaching up toward the sky and your tailbone is lengthening down toward the earth. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, plant your hands, straighten the legs, turning the toes forward. So Uttanasana with a little bit of a wider stance. And then reach your right hand, wrap it around in front of your left ankle. Inhale, left arm, reach it up. For a nice twist here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And then exhale, lower, switch sides. Left hand wraps around the front and the side of that right ankle. Lift that right arm up. See if you can lean forward a little bit where the weight is distributing more to the balls of your feet versus your heels. One more inhale. And then exhale, lower down and heel toe your feet closer together. Inhale, reverse swan dive to lift up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, other side, dive forward to forward fold, planting the hands and then step that left. Did we do that side?
No, I don't think so. We only have two.
We did that side.
Facing the
Step the right leg back. Step the right leg back. Jump switch. Plant that right heel down. Circle that right arm up. Press into the feet. Warrior two on the other side. And sinking into this left knee. Widen the space between your earlobes and your shoulders. One more inhale, and then we'll exhale, dropping into extended side angle. So that might look like this, with the arm resting on the thigh, or you might take that hand down, or to a block. But notice that we're we're creating space on this right side from the outer edge of the right foot all the way through those fingertips. So make those fingertips on the right hand energetic. One more breath in. And out. Spiral back to warrior two. Drop that right hand, flip the left palm. We reach that arm up and straighten that left leg. Creating space for the side. And just notice the sensations here on this side. If they feel any different than the other side. We always favor one side of our body. One more inhale, and then exhale back. Hands come to a T. Shift that right hip, reach the left fingertip for the mirrors. Drop into triangle pose. So equal pressure in the feet. Beautiful. Reaching that right arm now up toward the sky. Nice. Feel that spiraling sensation in the right hip opening up and the right side of the chest. One more inhale. And then exhale, bend that left knee, come into warrior two. And then we'll spiral down, pivot that back foot, heel toe your left foot to the left edge of the mat. Setting up for lizard on this side. So starting with blocks maybe under the hands. So that left knee is bending toward a 90-degree angle. Then dropping knee down. Lowering with each round of breath. Come to that point where you can breathe through discomfort, but there's no pain. Closing the eyes and really feeling the sensations of this pose. Notice where your awareness goes to. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next inhale, start to come out of it. Lifting up, tucking the right toes under, lifting the hips, and then pushing off that right foot. Step it forward. We come back to Malasana Yogi Squat. Again, use those blocks, find them right under your seat. Breathe in. Breathe out, lengthening your gaze in front of you. Starting to come into yourself here. The breath helping to listen inside. One more inhale. And then rocking forward, move those blocks to the front, drop your seat down, and then rolling down onto your back. Feet are planted, knees bent, setting up for bridge pose. So just reach your fingers, see if you can graze or just barely graze the back of your heel. And then bring the arms about 20 to 30 degrees away from you. Use them as support as you press into the feet, lifting the hips up, the back lifting off the mat, gentle pressure in the back of your head and in your shoulder blades. Feel those glutes engage. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel those thigh muscles engaged. The lengthening in the front of the thighs toward the knees reaching toward the front of the room. Breathe in and exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. We'll take two more like that. Inhale, lift up. 5 breaths. Maybe rolling one shoulder under at a time, reaching the hands underneath your back, interlacing the fingers, and use the arms as leverage, pressing them into the floor to maybe deepen the extension. Feeling the openness across the heart space. One more inhale, and if you've tucked the shoulders under, untuck them, and we all lower one vertebrae at a time. So third bridge can be just like that one, or it can be supported. You can slide a block under sacrum. So take the bridge of your choice. Go ahead and lift up. Inhale and exhale. And try not to turn the head in bridge pose to protect the neck. And you shouldn't feel any pressure in the cervical spine and neck. It should just be light pressure in the back of the head. Activating the glute muscles really helps to stabilize our pelvis. One more inhale. If you tucked the shoulders under, untuck them. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the feet right where they are. Lift the hips again just an inch and shift them over to the right 2 inches. Drop the low back down. Hug the knees into the chest. Roll them down to the left side. Coming into our abdominal spinal twist. Take that right arm out to the side. Right in line with the shoulder, not higher than the shoulder, palm face up. And the left hand can rest on top of the right knee, or it can also just drop down to the floor, creating a T shape with the arms. Scanning for any gripping here. See if you can soften just a little bit on your next inhale and exhale. And then inhale the knees to center, bring the feet down and adjust the spine back to neutral. Same adjustment, other side. Inhale, lift the hips an inch, shift them to the left a couple of inches. Drop the low back down, hug the knees into the chest, rock them down to the right side. Feeling, sensing, observing. One more inhale. And exhale, rocking the knees back to center. Drop the feet to the floor. Adjust your spine back to neutral. And then hug the knees into your chest. Lift the forehead up to your knees. Make a yogi ball here and then scrunch your face up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Release. Take the feet to the mat. Take the feet as wide as your mat. Gently windshield wiper the knees down to the right. Hands resting on the belly. Drop the knees to your left. Inhale through center, letting the eyes soften or close. Concluding the movement portion of our practice. Next time you bring the knees to center, keep them there. Feet are as wide as your mat. Let your knees and eyes fall together. Hands stay resting on your belly to just feel the gentle rise and fall of the belly with your breath. As you slow your breathing down, follow your breath. Match your inhales with your exhales. Inhaling to 4 and exhaling to 4. Feel the belly soften. The inner groin muscles softening. The psoas muscle soften here. Allowing you to come to a state of rest. Feeling the back side of your rib cage melt into the earth. Your bones feeling heavy, sinking toward the earth. Noticing if you're holding your shoulders up and letting them fall toward the earth. Softening the muscles in the brow. And the face. Allow the tongue to drop away from the roof of the mouth if it's glued there. And begin to deepen your breath and invite in small movements, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling wrists and ankles. Straightening the legs, floating the arms overhead for a long stretch. Hug the knees into your chest. Roll to the right side. Take a couple of cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose, side out through the mouth. Welcoming yourself back to this more awakened state, knowing how your practice has served you, whatever it is we look to get from our practice, somehow it seems to give us that. Slowly rocking the chest toward the earth to then circle yourself up to a seat, keeping the eyes closed or a soft gaze downward. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra, soft bow of the head toward your heart. From my heart to yours. It's an honor to serve you, to guide you through this practice. Thank yourself for coming, as I thank you for being here. And let's seal the practice with the sound of Om. Take a full breath in and empty it out. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you.
Do you have anybody on Zoom?
No, not
We got
today.
3 people on the,
The what?
to take them off, I put 3 on.
Oh, you did? Our imaginary friends. I know, I'm surprised.
Funny, they all
Yeah,
on the same day.
Usually, yeah. Beautiful practice, everyone. You're welcome.